Hello and welcome, one and all, to the beginning of Campaign 10, Divine Fervor. I am your host, as always, for these AI-only campaigns, Virinity Void. It is no longer the prologue, it is no longer the test run, it is time to go full speed ahead into this campaign, where we're going to see some returning submissions from last time, like Mondstadt and Sumuru, some new submissions, like Sangvisferi, Salento, and Sura, all go at it in a world shaped by the divine. Because just like I said in the prologues, religions are empowered this time. So, a lot of religions got their bonuses doubled. They are more powerful than before. Romuva, for example, gets fort maintenance cost minus 40% and shock damage received minus 20%. Orthodox gets stability cost modifier minus 20% and tolerance of the true faith plus 2 and reform progress growth plus 10%. So all of the religions in the game have been modified in some way to make them more powerful, whether it's almost doubling their initial bonuses, or it is adding a third bonus onto their original bonuses. So there's going to be a lot of shifts, I dare say, between the powers that be. We even have an Oceania submission, dare I say. Hawaii out in the Pacific. We have some Mesoamericans and some South American civs here, not civs, tags as well. Tonala, Tlapanek, Cocomes, Potiguara. I actually need to do a little bit of something for Potiguara, so that they reform out of being a tribe, and they're not stuck in the they're not stuck being a nomadic tribe of sorts. But we got Calchaquí and Cajamarca, so it's gonna be interesting, this campaign, and I hope you all enjoy how it goes. Without further ado, let us get started. I'm gonna actually, after about a month in, I am going to tag over to Potiguara, give them some reform progress, and then turn them into a monarchy. And that will be that. That's because Potiguara starts out as a migratory tribe, so they have a special government reform that I have to manually kind of take them out of. So that'll be that. Let's go ahead and do that right now, because otherwise they're not going to use their colonist, and we kind of need them to use their colonists. Reform progress 50, and you are dynastic lineage. They get God's grace. And with that, I will let them choose whatever they want. And yeah, they should start using their colonist very soon. There we go. What else? Do they get any special missions? They kind of get one. Well, they kind of get some, but I don't know if they're going to be able to really complete them. High income is easy to get. But improved capital, yeah, they should be able to get this. I'm not sure about what else they'll be able to get, so I will just leave them to it. I feel like I wanted to check something else with them, but I think we're fine. Anyways, yeah. It's been a little bit though since the last campaign, and in terms of colonization speed, not much has changed. Everyone, their starting nations their starting scenarios are still the same. This time France and Great Britain as a region got nerfed, so they have, each submission gets one less province, including the vanilla tags. So instead of Foix normally starting with 3 provinces, they start with 2. Averton is an empire. They would normally get 6 provinces, but instead they get 5 provinces. So, things from the previous campaign carrying over. We should also watch for Theodoro, because in the test run they had a personal union come over them from Anatolikon, and they also don't have an heir right now. So if Prince Alexis of Gothia dies, it's a personal union under Anatolikon. And Theodoro is not very powerful, so they will probably, they'll probably get integrated. But here is where, we're going to be focusing for probably the first 2 or 3 parts. It is the Japanese Thunderdome. We saw just how impressive this Thunderdome was in the test run. Akechi got swarmed just like they did here, and they got taken out so quickly in the test run. It wasn't even a month in before we saw the fireworks going off. And even in this, the real run, the real deal, what we're in right now, Shimabara has taken over almost the entirety of Akechi. Akechi has been exiled to Ferdan, and, but they're just left over there. I'm surprised they even lived. But now Shimabara is in a very powerful position, holding Kyoto, and they're going to use that Malankara religion to their advantage. Aggressive expansion minus 30%. They're not going to get any sort of coalition. And what else? I need to see these other wars. Toyotomi is going after Iwami. So Toyotomi is going after Toyuji, and Toyuji is fighting off Toyotomi as well as Shimabara. This is a complete turnaround from the test run, because in the test run, Toyuji was the one to dominate Japan, really. We're going to slow this down to speed 3. And then in the east, Tendai is attacking Takigawa, and seemingly no one can save Takigawa. It's just going to be that quick. Inazuma has also declared war on Shibata, not Shimabara, Shibata, and Inazuma is sweeping through. Shibata's dead, and so is Takigawa. This Thunderdome just, it erupts so quickly in the very first couple years, and instantly there are massive shifts in power. Oh my goodness. So Mango's submission of Toyuji is losing out to his other submission of Shimabara. But his other submission over here, Tendai, is doing very well. It's about to annex Takigawa. Duck's submission of Inazuma is doing very well. It's going to annex Shibata, seemingly. And Akamatsu's submission of Akechi is now exiled. And Toyotomi is trying to, squeeze out any gains it can get. It got the province of Ki, but that's only one province. They're going to need more. Are there any other wars? Yes, there is. There's one in Europe. So Aktimachi is going after Partu. Partu is defending, and their military cannot stand up at all to Aktimachi. But I'm just curious, Aktimachi, can you really break through the walls of Partu? Are you really going to be able to? Because Partu by far has the strongest defense I have ever seen in these campaigns. I allowed it because it's a modded submission, but it's they had no offensive stuff, or no offensive bonuses. They're just purely concentrated on defense. It's a little ridiculous. So Partu's military is dead, but I think Aktimachi's military is just going to be bleeding out on the walls. I'll show you if they stick around to siege a province. Look at that, 73.2% defensiveness. Each siege is about 51 days. What do you do against that? What do you do against that? You're gonna run out of troops so quickly, and your manpower is gonna be shot, completely shot. Anyways, Tendai did completely annex Takigawa. Let's go back up to speed 4, and Inazuma is still fighting off Shibata, but it was of no use to Shibata, and they're annexed. Akamatsu's two submissions of, what's it called? Shibata and Takigawa are no longer with us. Right? Oh no, Shibata got exiled. Okay, they're in Manchuria. And Takigawa is now exiled to Korea. Okay, they have actually escaped. That was my bad. I did not think they were going to escape. But far be it from me to what's it called? To know the creative bounds of these various independent daimyo. I mean, you got a former shogun here in Akechi, now trying to eke out a living in Manchuria, but we'll see how that goes. Guanseo is right there, allied with Tendai. Once Akechi borders Guanseo, I don't see how Guanseo doesn't just go after him. Same thing with Takigawa. And Toyuji, they can't transport their ships over to the mainland, so Toyuji is just left to suffer. It's kind of mean. But then again, when were these campaigns ever nice? This is kind of an awkward setup, but you know what? Okay, sure. Gonna look at the rest of the world, see what's going on, and it seems like Akitamachi is bearing the brunt of it. They're losing a lot of manpower. They were at 12,000 before. They're down to 7,000 now, but they've got through Part 2's capital. That Fort Deep, Part 2 did not even get to unlock their national idea about hostile attrition. It's all just Akitamachi. Cravens. It seems like those impenetrable mountains have been thoroughly dismantled. I'm not sure what's going to happen from here. The Lord only knows what's going to happen to Sura and Duvacha. What else is going on? Anything else in Europe? Sami is going after Stockholm. Beluzero's chilling. Livonia is chilling. Morea is chilling. Anatolikon. Theodoro did get an heir, so we're not going to see a personal union right away. Good on you, Theodoro. You are still maintaining your alliance. Oh, no, this time it's Kiev. Oh, shit. So now Kiev is is under personal union under Theodoro. And, I mean, Theodoro is much weaker than Anatolikon, so Kiev is kind of ambitious with their liberty desire. 46%. I guess we'll see how that goes later on. Toyuji is still just... They're racking up that war exhaustion. That's all that can be said. Any other wars going on? Yes, Sumeru is going after Pegu. Excuse me. And Tendai is going after Shibata still. And Tendai isn't taking no for an answer. They're actually making a naval landing. Tendai might actually make a foothold in Manchuria. This is very unprecedented for early game stuff, because normally we don't see we see the AI be pretty incompetent with naval landings. Especially early on when their navy isn't that good. But Tendai is proving me wrong. A rare glimpse of naval prowess, I would say. Yeah, I don't see any way Shibata gets out of this. They're just... It's GG, well played for Katsui Shibata. I'm sorry to say. Koryak, you're chilling up here. Yes, you are. It's Arctic land, but it's your Arctic land. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And Averton swept over the Isles and cleaned them off. Emperor Harold Alderson just... oof. Swept them away. Let's see here. Anything else going on in the Americas? No, the Three Fire. So it seems like Absolved Gravitas's worries about the Three Fires Confederacy is as of yet unfounded, because Absolved Gravitas forgot to update their submission before the deadline, so they're stuck with North American tech, which means compared to America and Utulibi, Three Fires Confederacy is a couple technologies behind. They do have feudalism, they do, that is embraced, but being a couple technologies behind is gonna be rough. So, we'll see. Otulibi also has that insane colonization speed, because the Cyan Menace likes to stack his modifiers. So, we're gonna see a large Utulibi if America doesn't take off. Oh, we have a large Takigawa rebellion here that Tendai is going to need to deal with. It seems like Tendai really didn't want to finish the siege here, or they couldn't, I'm not sure. I think it's more so because this rebellion was getting out of hand. But yeah, it seems like Shibata lives to see another day, luckily. And there we go, Toyuji. They are left with just Tsushima, and Shimabara is large and in charge. They don't have the largest amount of troops in Japan. They're still tied with Toyotomi, and Inazuma as well as Tendai can still put up a fierce fight, but Shimabara is also lacking, They are lacking allies. Toyotomi has Yayusu. Inazuma doesn't have any allies, and Tendai has Guanseo. Maybe the lack of allies is the downfall of Shimabara, or maybe they overcome that lack of allies. I guess we'll find out. Powo also does not like Yongning and vice versa, so I expect a war to break out in the near future between them. Any other wars going on? No. Peace in our time. I want to do Speed 5 for like a year, but I also don't want to miss anything. Pegu and Sumuru, nothing really happened out of that war, so... Oh no, we have war in the Thunderdome again. Why not? Inazuma is now going after Tendai, because hey, Tendai is low on manpower. Why not? If Inazuma, takes over Tendai, all of northern Honshu is going to be united, and that's a very worrying prospect for anyone in southern Honshu, like Shimabara and Toyotomi. And Tendai, you got to do something. You got to do something. Inazuma is coming through hard and fast, with infantry combat ability and discipline. And the capital of Tendai is about to go down. Shit. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Oh, man. Yeah, not even the Tendai Navy can do much for this. It's they both have 10 regiments on the ground, but I have to imagine Inazuma just wins this eventually. I cannot imagine a scenario right now where Tendai wins, but we've seen more shocking things in these campaigns, folks. Who knows? Sorry if you hear me sniffling. Today was kind of a bad day for my allergies. I'm still kind of dealing with that in my sinuses, so I apologize if you do hear me sniffing on the mic. I don't mean for that to happen, but it's something I cannot help. They're on the same tech level, but Inazuma with the infantry combat ability, with the discipline, it's just edging them out. And then also cavalry combat ability plus 10%. It's just barely enough for Inazuma to win these scenarios, these battles. It is it is rough goings indeed. I should also mention that for Tengri nations, I think there's like one or two. If they do a secondary or syncretize to a different religion, that secondary religion, I think I put it as getting the full effects. So like, Toyuji is Tengri, but they syncretized with Chan. So they got the full effects of Chan, which are monthly war exhaustion minus 0.10, monthly splendor plus 4, and power projection from insults plus 200%. So, full effects. Nothing. I'm not shortchanging them or anything. Let's see. I'm not sure if Inazuma is gonna go for full annex, but if they take this fort right here at Mikawa, I can only imagine the ending being a full annex of Tendai. And after that, Inazuma will be primed to go after Shimabara. Shimabara has a large pool of manpower and they have a large enough navy, but like Inazuma can take Kyoto, can take Setsu, can take Aki, can take Suo. It's like it's good luck. Good luck stopping Inazuma at that point. While that siege goes through, Hawaii, how are you doing? You're colonizing Midway, but it's a little bit slow because it's tropical and there is no adjacent controlled. It's just the life of it. EZLN, they're chillin'. Tonala, they're chillin'. Everyone over here is relaxing as they should. Three Fires Confederacy, they're still safe. They're still chilling and doing their own thing. Rhaetia, allied with Savoy. The Papacy, allied with Champagne and Bremen. Foix, not allied with anyone. Sura, there was a quick war over here that I didn't even notice because I was too focused on the Thunderdome. But Duvatsha lost to Sura. And Sura is now allied to Aktimachi. Interesting. And Duvatsha just has they have no answer. Their military is completely dismantled. Sura is large and in charge. I can only imagine that these two are just going to dominate Iberia. Anatolikon still allied with Theodoro. Kiev still kind of aspiring for liberty, but not too much. 45%. Sapmi not allied with anyone. Neither is Muscat or Livonia. Muscovy isn't allied with anyone. The Gurids aren't, and neither is Hunza. Jaunpur isn't. Satavahana is allied with Dundar. Kolothunad's not allied with anyone, and Trankebar's not. The fact that these two have not gone to war yet kind of surprises me, because in the test run, Vononeria and Enusulavka were really keen on going to war within like the first 5 years. Enusulavka is allied with Kutai. Kutai, where are you colonizing at? Oh, they're colonizing at Sulu, okay. And yeah, everyone is just doing their own thing. Kamai is allied with Sufanburi, and Pegu is not allied with anyone. Liyue is allied with Pangasinan. Wu is not allied with anyone. Tendai has been exiled to the Chinese mainland. And as I predicted, Northern Honshu completely united by Inazuma. They're not going to need that long to recover and then go after Shimabara, I imagine. We might see it this part. It could happen. Because I'm not setting like, oh, I'm going to end off at like 1470, 1475. I'm going to go until like my recording hits 40, 45 minutes around there. And we'll play it by ear. You know. We're a little bit freeform with this. Just a little bit. Okay, we got a couple more wars. Pangasinan against Cebu for hegemony of the Philippines, I guess. And then Yayusu is going after Wu. Yayusu, do you really think you can beat Wu in a land war? You gotta transport more troops. And Wu has a good general, 6112. Granted, it's early on. fire pips are not as good as shock pips this early on, but I have to imagine Wu is not like messing around. I think they're gonna be fine, but Yayusu is one military technology ahead, so that might make all the difference. I'm not sure. This is for Suzhou. Okay. Maybe Wu is actually really nervous about fighting. I'm not sure. Or maybe they want to unoccupy this province and then go after Yayusu. Because if this endeavor by Yayusu ends in failure, they don't get anything, then they're pretty much open to attack on the mainland. Kyushu would be open. But if they, if this ends up being successful and they annex like part of Wu, Yayusu suddenly is actually pretty fucking powerful. They're actually allied to Toyotomi and Takigawa. And what did I say? Oh, wait, no, Shimabara's going in on Inazuma. It's the other way around with the goal at Issei. And Shimabara isn't taking no for an answer. Whew. It seems like Inazuma's manpower just hasn't recovered. I thought they would be able to. Uh-oh. I think the game crashed. Uh-oh. I think the game crashed. Oh, shit. Let's take it down to speed 3. Let's go back to it. I don't remember what month it stopped in, but for this year, for 1458, we will take it at speed 3. I actually shouldn't need to do this. So yeah, we'll just really the only thing that's going on right now is Current Wars. Yeah, just these three. So Yayusu is trying to go after Wu, and then Shimabara is taking the sword to Inazuma. And if Shimabara wins out big against Inazuma, I don't see a scenario where Shimabara just collapses. They're not going to get any sort of coalition against them at all, and it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be tough. And also, what's going on in Europe? Anything going on in Europe? I'm still predicting that the Straits are going to be pretty peaceful for at least like the first couple parts, and then maybe we'll get some more fireworks as time goes on, because Denmark controlling the Straits is going to be a little contentious. It's powerful to control these straits, but it's also contentious, I will say. Contentious. Yeah, Inazuma just can't. Even though they have like a better quality military, they're exhausted. They just truly are exhausted. Both are on the same tech level, but yeah, Shimabara just has the manpower reserves. It's really that simple. They can siege down Mikawa with troops to spare. Inazuma running on fumes, and I expect they don't have the funds either. They're slackening manpower. They need admin points so that they can core things, and yeah, they don't have enough money for mercenaries either. It's unfortunate, but that's just how these things go. The rise and fall of Inazuma. Oh wait, no, they got mercenaries. Things could turn around. Things could actually turn around. This is a free company, which means like they have some negatives to them, but in this early game, it's still 1458. Quantity still matters a hell of a lot, so we could see a bit of a turnaround. That is, if they want to engage, I would expect you want to. There's also no leader on this army. There is no leader. It is actually very susceptible to being stack wiped. Inazuma, you have an opportunity. Let's go back up to speed 4, because a year has passed. But yeah, if that happens again, I might have to do a little something like on my end, see what's going wrong. But I hope I don't. Okay, they won the battle at Mikawa. Inazuma is safe. They're still running on fumes, but Shimabara has been driven back. This war is not lost for Inazuma. And we have Po Wo against Yongning. I thought they battled. They did not. They did not. It's just losing troops to attrition, I think. But Yongning got slapped. Straight up, they got slapped. I'm not sure what exactly made the difference, but Po Wo is on to siege Yongning. They don't have enough troops, though. You need 9,000. Are you able to reinforce enough? I guess we'll see. But I also don't think... wow, Yayusu. Whew. Wu, the ruler of Wu, was very timid. They didn't want to do anything. And Yayusu has annexed Wu. Like, this is big. Yayusu now has a huge base of power to draw from if they stabilize it. There's going to be some revolts, of course, but like, this is... I thought Wu was going to be like a deterrent to colonizing the mainland of China. I was wrong. Like, shit. And, oh, what happened here? A little bit of a split party between Inazuma, but I mean, how did that happen? How did your armies get split up, Inazuma? This war was looking okay. You were gonna go to Tosa and siege down Shimabara's capital, but just one little error, and then your two armies get defeated, and suddenly this war is even again. No, actually, not even. They have Mikawa down, so this looks terrible now for Inazuma. This is a real back and forth in the Thunderdome. Can Inazuma eke out a victory? Shimabara is too much. Shimabara is too much, and the rebels are going to actually wear down Shimabara's army even more. This war really is wearing down on the manpower of Shimabara. They might settle for just like a few provinces in central Honshu. Damn, this is more of a tussle than I thought. And Po Wo has Yongning down. I do believe Yongning is not long for this world. Oh, Po Wo actually is one military tech ahead. That would explain it. Indeed, that would. No, okay, then it's not a full annex. Yongning yet lives. And Pangasinan is trying to siege down Cebu. Cebu is saying, no, fuck you, get away from my capital. And Pangasinan is sent back. And also Pangasinan's land down here is sieged down. Li Yue is not in this war. I guess we'll see if, or how much land Pangasinan loses. I'm expecting it's just going to be this whole southern section. And what is this? Yayusu is going after Bungo. So now Shimabara is facing two, like, Shimabara is winning in Honshu. But now aggression from Kyushu is probably going to make them reconsider that entire war. Yayusu is ready to go. Thing is, Yayusu is being the aggressor over here, is looking to take on Tosa, the capital. Well, maybe not now because Shimabara just drove them back, but politics in the archipelago are gonna keep Yayusu from dealing with revolts over here. And if the revolts keep going, Wu could get free. And yeah, Shimabara took some mighty fine provinces here from Inazuma. But Inazuma is by no means out. Inazuma they have a lot of power still left in them. They just gotta recover their manpower and rebuild their forces, settle down, and prepare for the next war. Shimabara is getting very exhausted, I can tell, because this is like they dedicated everything against Inazuma, and now they have to deal with Yayusu. Sure, they're sieging now Yayusu's capital, but the Shimabara is almost drained of manpower. Their corruption is rising, and they have yet to take on loans, but they're close. They are close. So I guess we will. I guess we'll see if how much Yayusu loses here, because I don't think they can. They're going to be able to stop Satsuma from being sieged. Shimabara is growing, but they are being tested time and time again by their neighbors. Like their manpower is being drained, their troops are being put to the test. It is rough. Lots and lots of action in this first part. I really do enjoy that. I don't have to do speed 5, and we can enjoy the fact that there's the Thunderdome is doing exactly what it is supposed to do, provide some action. And what is going on here? Mazandaran is going after the Dabuyids. Is that? Yeah, the Dabuyids formed Mazandaran. I didn't even know that was a thing that they could do. And then they are going after Isfahan. I'm not entirely sure you can annex anything from Isfahan, considering they are landlocked, friend. Satsuma is down. Yayusu is looking dire, and I think they're going to be exiled to the Chinese mainland, just like Tendai. Toyotomi is going after Qingzhou, which is where? Right here. Toyotomi, I'm not sure what the hell you're doing, but it is clear to me you are not preparing for the inevitable war against Shimabara. You gotta do something about that. Inazuma allied with Toyuji. That'll help with naval matters. Holy shit. Shimabara dealt a death blow to Yayusu. Well, almost. Because Yayusu is now only on Okinawa and Ningbo. Wu is free again, and it's like nothing ever happened. It really is like nothing ever happened. Oh, holy shit. What is going on in this Thunderdome? Oh my. This is going way off the rails compared to what happened in the test run. Holy shit. Shibata is not allied to anyone, and Akechi is only allied to Takigawa. And Takigawa is still here in the Korean Peninsula. They are chilling, and they are trying to survive. Oh man, yeah. Over in the south, Cebu took over a lot of this land in the south. Everywhere from Maguindanao to Caraga. These two have still not gone to war, which I thought they would have by now, but I guess they just don't feel like it. Any other wars? Toyotomi is going after, Tendai and Guanseo. Sumaru is going after Pegu again, but it's like their capital fort requires 9,000. Good luck. Otulibi is going after the Three Fires Confederacy. And again, it's the same thing. It's that early game hump of that wall of trying to get 9,000 troops to siege down the capital. Attrition can be a bitch to deal with, and oftentimes that's something that the AI just they do account for it. It is tough to sustain 9,000 troops while also keeping your economy afloat, etc., etc. But the Three Fires Confederacy is not going out without a fight. They are at least idle right now, but I don't know. What's going on? Do you just not feel like doing anything? Whatever. Sometimes the AI just takes a trip and doesn't do anything. It's happened in campaigns before. I do not know why they do it. Toyotomi is the only one over there going to war. Sumeru, again, thinking like, hey, I'm going to go siege down Pegu with 2.5% attrition. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, and Akanlan actually took a swift dagger to Benin. So Akanlan controls a large section of coastline, and they're colonizing Sao Tome right now. An interesting choice, I must say. Kabul, not allied with anyone. Yatenga isn't, and neither is Katsina. Lunda isn't. Pate isn't. Mutapa is not. Mahafali is not. Neither is Welaita, nor Semian, nor Farafara. Or Fafaria. Morea has no allies. I thought they would. The diplomatic juggernaut that is Salento somehow has no allies. That's a little surprising, but maybe they are a slow cooker, you know, a slow burner. Oh yeah, I was gonna look over here. Otulibi, they're about to take over the capital at this province name. I think that's called Bawington. Oh no, Bawitigon. I try to pronounce it correctly, but I'm probably butchering it, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But it's their forces are just being worn down. It's winter time. Well, it's warming up. But still, plus 35.2% defensiveness. Otulibia's wasting time, wasting troops. Atlanta has a coastline. They are allied with 3488. Average Land does not have any allies. Easy LN, as well as Cocomes. Tlapanec is allied with Tonala, but we kind of saw it coming. Venezuela is chilling. I made you Catholic. Yes, I did. Cajamarca, Calchaquí, Potiguara, Sulacet, the Finnish aliens. You know, everyday occurrence. I really thought because... Wait, Paduspanid? What happened to the Dabuyids? Whatever. It still has my national ideas, okay? And the Paduspanids are technically a branch of the House of Sasan. I will take it. Anyways. What's going on over here? Anything? Thunderdome is quieting down? It seems like it is until that truce is up in 1470. I think we'll probably go to... Let's make part one just a little bit longer. September? Or August, September of 1470. And then Ket. Orenburg Cossacks, Beluzero, Sangvisferi, Moravia, Cornwall, or to use its native pronunciation, Krnau, I think. Duvacha, do you have any allies? You do not. Sura is no longer allied to Aktimachi. And then, yeah, they were allies at one point, but I guess they just don't want each other. Okay, I'm not sure why. Capital of Three Fires Confederacy is down, and it seems like their military is it's still alive. But where? But where? Three Fires Confederacy, where is your military speaking? Right over here. Another just they're taking a trip. For some reason they are taking a trip. Or maybe they were defeated, I don't know. I have no idea. The AI is weird. Even though it is smarter with Zorm AI, it still has its quirks. Let that be known. Alright, Shimabara is now going after Toyotomi finally. And Shimabara has recovered, and Toyotomi is not ready for this. They don't have any allies backing them up this time, so I do believe your time has come, Toyotomi. Yeah, there's just no chance here. They tried, but unfortunately, Shimabara has just proven to be too much. Even though, like, their national idea so far, it's only focused on naval stuff. I guess right place, right time, just, it counts for everything. Or it accounts for a lot, not everything. Alright, whoa. Okay, this is... Oh wait, so Otolibi didn't annex that much. They took one province. Otolibi took one province. And now the Three Fires Confederacy is now fighting America, and they're on the same tech level. However, the Three Fires Confederacy, they are a little bit behind on morale, and unfortunately America they were able to clutch that battle. But America does not have enough reinforcements to siege down the capital, so it's going to have to wait a little bit. I believe this war will probably conclude in part 2. So we'll go till August 1st, August 2nd, somewhere around there. Three Fires Confederacy, they're ready to go. America, are you ready to go? Back over here, Toyotomi is still putting up a fighting, they are fighting more so. But it's just, I don't think it's gonna matter much. Shimabara has the tributary states of Takigawa, and I think Shimabara's just playing with its food right now. I think that's really what's happening. Inazuma also has recovered. They are ready to go, but Shimabara, they're settling down. They are maintaining the lands they have conquered, and they're extracting more forces out of those provinces. So, they're becoming more and more powerful by the month. Oh shit, I forgot. Fine, let's go to December. But the Three Fires Confederacy, it is looking bleak. Those fires are looking to be snuffed out by the Serbians, unfortunately. And Otolibi is right there too, just like, when America's done with you, I'm ready to go in on you when the truce is done. So yeah, it just looks like they're being squeezed between two powers, unfortunately. But that should do it for part 1. Let's just take a look at the world. Hawaii, are you done with this province? Yes, you are. You are now colonizing the Marshall Islands. Yeah, a very eventful part 1. The Thunderdome is still sorting itself out. I expect this will not be done until part 3 or 4. That's my prediction, at least. And Guanseo so far has not been mixed up in any of this. Not yet, at least. But yeah, wars haven't really been popping up anywhere else. There's no serious changes of land because other places are still expanding. We have like Theodoro, they're still expanding. Armenia is, Lebanon is, Papal State, Rhaetia, etc., etc. So part 2 and part 3 will probably see some more action, but I'm not exactly sure where. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyways, let's go on to the standings for part 1. In first place is Shimabara. In second place is Aktimachi. In third place is Sura. In fourth place is Averton. In fifth place is Mondstadt. In sixth place is Inazuma. In seventh place is Livonia. In eighth place is Bremen. In ninth place is the Orenburg Cossacks. In 10th place is Savoy. In 11th place is Salento. And in 12th place is Mazandaran. that'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in part 2.